You have probably heard the statement somewhere along the way that whatever happens in California, it never stays in California. And whether true or not, that is precisely why we often take note of what is happening in the Golden State. And whatever it is they're doing, coming out of left field, we want to keep an eye on, even if it's something that's unimaginable in other states. Well, there's a bill right now in California that's getting a lot of attention. In fact, critics are saying that it obliterates parental rights and that somehow it even creates legal loopholes, making child kidnapping easy. Is that just hyperbole or is it reality? Well, joining me now to discuss this is Gina Gleason. She's the director of Real Impact. Gina, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, so glad to be with you. Thank you for having me.
All right, we've got to get straight into this. So just give us the lowdown about this bill, AB 495.
Well, it's just as you described it, Jody. It's as simple as a person printing an affidavit off of a website, signing out the form, presenting it to school authorities or child care authorities and saying that now I am here to pick up this child and I have the authority to do so. This form does not require a parent's signature. This form has a checkbox that this fraudulent caregiver can check and say, I tried to contact the parent to tell them that I wanted to be the caregiver, but I couldn't reach them. It's that simple.
Whoa. All right, so what's the makeup of the California legislature, specifically as it relates to this bill? What is the perspective of this bill actually passing?
Well, they have a supermajority, the Democrats, and Republicans are in the minority. So usually the Democrats get pretty much everything that they want, unless we as the church, as conservatives, stand up and speak up. And that's what we're trying to do with this bill. If we make enough noise, if we get enough attention, they will back off. But it's a big fight, uphill fight, and we don't always win, but we are determined because this bill is probably one of the worst bills that I have seen come across our state legislature.
All right, so what else does it do for parental rights in terms of chipping away at it or totally ignoring it altogether? I mean, parents there in California and parents who are not in California but are watching what's happening there, what are the highlights here that just make chills go up your spine?
Well, because they're constantly after our parental rights. Just a few years ago, Governor Newsom signed into law AB 665. That bill said that a minor 12 years old and older can be placed in a residential shelter without the parent's permission or knowledge. That was signed into law, and the governor did not even require that police were notified if the child just didn't turn up at home one day. So that's the path they're on in California, and I just don't understand it. Most people don't understand it. They want to take custody, care, rights away from parents and control our children.
Wow. So I know you've got a rally that's scheduled coming up in a couple of weeks at the Capitol there in California. Tell us more about that. What is this intended to accomplish? What are you hoping and praying for?
Well, because we need to get the attention of our state legislators. Our state senators need to know that we are standing in opposition to this dangerous bill. The only way to really get their attention is to actually show up. So we will be there on Tuesday, August 19th at 1 p.m. at the west steps of the Capitol, and we're calling people from all over California to join us.
So I know, from what I understand, there's going to be some training there, too, to help people get prepared for lobbying and even to lobby legislators and so forth. So for those who want to attend the rally, what can they expect?
Well, they're going to come and hear speakers like Pastor Jack, Heidi St. John, and others. And once we finish with our speakers portion, we're going to go on to what we call lobby training. And for any person that really wants to make sure that our state senators know they want a no vote on this bill, we will show them step by step how to walk into a legislator's office what to say. We give them a packet of materials to hand over to the legislature, to the legislator, and make sure that they understand we and hundreds and thousands are showing up asking for a no vote.
Wow, that is outstanding. So those of you who are considering attending this, you're not just going to attend a rally. You're going to be trained and equipped to step in the gap, not only for your family, but for hundreds of others, and lobby the legislators and others to make a difference with this. So again, when is that going to take place, Gina?
It's Tuesday, August the 19th at 1 o'clock. And believe me, we do make a difference. Several years ago, we came up against a bill that was going to legalize infanticide. We showed up, about 3,000 people, give or take. We made enough noise, got enough attention that that portion of the bill was pulled, and if infanticide is not legal in California, because I believe we stopped it.
Amen. And that's going to happen again. We are joining you in prayer and believing that's going to happen again with this bill. What is next, by the way, for this bill? Where is it right now in the process? Where's it lie, and what's next?
Well, next step is the Senate Appropriations Committee, which will be heard on Monday the 18th. And after that, it goes to the state Senate floor, which means every senator is going to vote on this bill. But hopefully with our presence and the noise that we're making, we will get our senators to vote no.
Thank you so much, Gina Gleason, Director of Real Impact, for standing in the gap for and so many of you, Pastor Jack, as you mentioned, and a host of others, stepping up to the plate for righteousness, for parental rights, and so forth. May the good hand of God be upon you and each of you as you engage this battle. And please know that we are praying for you, and we're calling upon our viewers and listening audience to do the same. Thank you for joining us today on Washington Watch.